Nice to be here with you today. I was looking forward to this live. I hope you're all doing well, that you are enjoying these energies building up towards the full moon that we will have in Sagittarius this Friday. I don't remember exactly which time it starts, but Sagittarius is connected to the energy of knowledge and freedom. So you might be connecting to higher realms and might be receiving some messages and might be experiencing some communication from the other realm spaces and space. Maybe you receive some guidance from your angels, and maybe you receive some guidance from your guides, and that's something you need to pay attention, because we can't, like, around full moon we tend to get like really intuitive. It's part of the moment when the energy is getting really heightened. So yeah, let me know if you guys have been experiencing something. So I'm happy to be here with you today. I'm Hera. For those who don't know me, I am specialized in inner child healing and inner child work, and I also work a lot regarding the relationships, because I believe that interpersonal relationships are really taking a lot of space, and that we deserve to feel safe and deserve to be with someone who we love and have the family if we want a family, and to be at peace with the people surrounding us. So if you have a question, you can ask it in the chat box below, and I will be answering your question, eventually pulling a card if I feel like it's the guidance. I'm gonna connect to your energy. I can send healing if it's required as well. Let me know. And just overall being here with you and enjoying time together, so that we can get our answers and get the healings done. I've been working a lot on myself actually this week, because I felt like there was still some gaps that needed to be filled and needed to be worked on around worthiness and unworthiness. And I've been working a lot on that on myself, and I've seen that in clients as well. This sensation of there is more that I could ask for, there is more that I could get from life, and there is more that I deserve, yet there is a part of me that is still wondering how to get it and how to reach out that potential, that super high potential. And that's part of the thing that I think are clearing at the moment. So if you have any question around this, please go ahead. And if you are ready to step up, and if you want to get going with your healing and like some coaching, you can book a session with me, and I'd be happy to help you on one-on-one. Because sometimes, even though we try to cover as much as we can during the angel readings, that's still so much different than a session. So I'm gonna start with the thread of question. Okay, Ayesha. Nice to see you, love. Hi, Hera. I hope you are well today. Can I have an angel reading, please? Am I on the right track? Okay. Let me pull a card for you, actually. You're doing, it seems like, yeah, the vibration I'm getting for you, Ayesha, is still connected to your ancestry, and still like you're still clearing the ancestral line, and still clearing the connection with your ancestors. I think that's part of your healing at the moment. It seems like it's very, very present for you, and it's been showing you where your power come from, and it's been showing you what still remains to be done, and how you can also legitimately access it, because it's already within you, if that makes sense. It's not like something you need to gather from the unknown. It's something that is already within you. It's just about like unlocking those gifts. So that's what it's about. I'm getting birth, so it can be birth of a child if you are in the process of pregnancy, but it can be connected to projects as well. So it's connecting to the creative energy. It's connecting to how you can reach this energy so that you can bring something new into the world. That's the energy that I'm getting for you. As for if you are on the right track, let me tune in and see what the angels have to say. You are. Just make sure that the what you are going towards is what can bring you joy. Because when we've been used to go through hardship, and when we are used to go through things that are complicated for us and take us some like energy and drain us, it's hard sometimes to readjust and to go back to just following what makes us joyful. It's Abraham Hicks who talks about the path of least resistance, and she talks about like what can you do so that you stop struggling. What can you do so that you feel like you are on the right track? For me, it manifests a different thing, but I had to work a lot on my intuition first so that I can know how what will bring me joy and what will feel easy and what will feel aligned. And now like the energy got stronger and stronger, and now when I need to do something or I need to go somewhere or there is something that is inspired, it's definitely buzzing, it's extremely present. But at first it was like a whisper, and I still was going through things that were not aligned for me and were not working for me, just because I was used to that, because I was still following what I thought I should do. And sometimes also intuition doesn't make sense. Sometimes God's guidance doesn't make sense. And we're just, why should I go there? Why should I do that? It doesn't make any sense. But it does for the universe. It does for the divine, because what they are, the angels, the guides, and the divine trying to do is make us more aligned with our purpose and more aligned with our lives. And that's where it requires this faith and this integrity of I'm just going to follow what guidance has been given to me without second guessing it, without wondering why I should do this, but just doing it for the sake of it, because there is a meaning that is higher than us. So that's what I'm getting, Aisha. It's this don't forget to look at what makes you happy. Don't forget to look at what's feel pleasurable and joyful. Remember that you're allowed to follow that kind of guidance. You don't have to go through hardship before receiving something that matters. Marcella, Hera, how can I know my guardian angel's name? Thank you so much. Okay, you have plenty of angels, not only one. So maybe you are referring to one that is here more often than another one. I'm not as familiar with angels in terms of names as Kai is, but I know that there are lots of guardian angels, and there are even guardian angels that I have no idea what their name are. My guardian angels, I know, like, yeah, one of them is a guide. Two of them are guides, and the third one that is also really present probably has a name, but I never asked them. So you can definitely get in touch with them. That's something we teach in Medical Intuitive, our mastermind that will start in October. We teach how to connect to the angels and how to work with the angels. If you want the curriculum, you can just DM us, and we are happy to send it to you. And that's also something that I've learned in different trainings for me. But it's all about reaching the vibration of these angels so that you can start communicating with them. You can start by meditating and asking for them to come and talk to you, and you can start asking them questions. And as you go and as you recognize their vibration, you should be able to ask for the name and get the answer. So that's how you can connect to them. Definitely meditation, definitely being centered into consciousness and ask to talk to them, and they are happy to. They're really happy to. Kaizen. Hi, can I know why my ex didn't choose to marry me? Why he saw me inadequate? What was his true feelings about me and how he really saw me? Okay, let me tune in. It's definitely around fear. It's definitely around fears. It's definitely around fears of being committed. It's fears of inadequacy. I'm not sure he saw you as inadequate. He might have seen himself as inadequate, unable to feel fulfilled in a relationship, or unable to provide in a relationship, unable to ensure that he will hold it. Like for many men, I'm not saying all of them, but for many men, there is a weight that goes with commitment, and they are afraid of disappointing someone. They find it shameful to disappoint a woman, or to not be able to serve them as they believe they should. And that puts so much pressure on the masculine, so much pressure on them that they sometimes rather not commit at all, because they just don't believe that they have the ability to do that, and the ability to be the kind of person that a woman deserves. Sometimes you have very strong connection between manhood and womanhood, and the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and the way someone who is slightly feel broken, or who feels like they are imperfect, are not able to to heal that part of them that will allow them the degree of um, adequacy to have a relationship, the degree of maturity, of emotional and spiritual maturity that is required if you want to experience a healthy and divine relationship. And it's usually, like, very often not about you, but more about how they see themselves, and how about they are able to go from one place to another. For him, he was really afraid. He was really afraid, but it was never about how he perceived you. It was definitely about how he perceived himself. And I'm sorry for your breakup, and the consequences, because it's always really hard to lose someone you really love. It's always really hard when you realize that it's not a match. I'm actually feeling guided to, like, quickly share a story with you about like a twin flame relationship that I've experienced, who I felt, and that's the principles of twin flame relationships. I felt so inadequate and so unworthy, and I felt like I will never be good enough for that person. But it was never about how he perceived me. It was always about how I perceived myself and what was triggered within me, because I haven't healed that part of me that felt like I was not enough to be loved. And that's how you also attract partners that will mirror back the sensation, but it's just mirroring a fear that you have within you, or they are just projecting the fear that they have within them. But it's never about a real inadequacy. You're all deserving of love. So I hope it helps. Sending you love. Hi, Sarah. Hello, Hera. Would it be possible to know what abilities do I have and ready to be open? And what should I do to develop them? Thank you. Sure. I can definitely see some psychic gifts. And for you, it's connected to intuition. It's about channeling. It's about being connected to the divine and hearing the guidance and feeling the guidance and receiving some guidance from the other realms. It's definitely about channeling. It's the ability to communicate what you hear. So it's about mediumship. Um, and how to develop them. Let me ask. It's about having more space to receive, having more space to hear what they are telling you and what they are sharing with you. And instead of believing that it's just something that comes out of nowhere, it is something that is intended as a guidance. So it's rarely something that comes out of nowhere. It's something that is really present in your field. So you just need to hear and to accept that you can receive. Sachin, can I have a health reading? Let me see. Hmm. Sachin, I would. It seems like in terms of minerals and vitamin, your body might need some support. So please don't hesitate to go and look for a naturopath or a GP that can help you have blood work um, around around vitamins and minerals, because it seems like you I'm getting that your body feels a bit tired and that you feel, yeah, exhausted actually, and that you feel like you need some like boosts, but it's not something that coffee will help with. It's definitely something that good vitamins will help with. So I would recommend getting in touch with a naturopath and eventually a nutritionist as well if you want to have an overall like a vision around your diet and analysis of that, so that you can make some arrangement if it's needed. Yanis. Or Janice, maybe actually. No, Yanis, I think. You let me know. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Hi, Hera. Blessings to you. Question about retiring in March. Next March? Okay. Is it the best time or wait a bit longer for a possible better contract? Um, no, it seems like you're gonna retire. But not only, I'm seeing you setting up a business as well. It's not it, it's not about another contract. It's about setting up your own business. So I don't know if you're planning on like creating a healing practice or if you're planning on creating something else. But I'm sensing definitely sensing something around creating your own business and running your own company. Something like quite small as well, like an online presence. Um, but retiring will help you having time and space for you to create that and administrate it. Because otherwise it can be a bit too much. So, but I'm seeing you retiring, yeah. Mattis Melinda. Dear Hera, lately I have been feeling like one of my old friends is taking advantage of me. Hmm. Am I right, or does she just trigger something in me? Okay, let me ask. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so it's not really taking advantage of you in a sense of doing it on purpose, but I see what you mean. Because there is this energy of attachment, and there is this energy of hopefully it will help me do something or reach a goal or obtain something in exchange, because it seems like your bond is no longer based on love. I'm sorry if it sounds harsh, but it's like the bond that is existing between you is more about service, it's more about potential help, and it's more about um, what happened in the past and what you guys used to be, rather than being feeling connecting to each other and um, being really present and loving really each other. It's like it's been there and you keep it alive, but the same way you would keep alive something that is like, it's kind of like watering a plant in winter. It's not the season for it. It's like you've guys reached another kind of season in your relationship, and it it's legitimately necessary to look at the relationship, see what you want to keep, see what you want to let go of, see what is still working and see what isn't, and make adjustments from that place. Sometimes it can be saved as well. Sometimes it can be helped. It can be healed. You can retrieve the love that you had for each other, and sometimes it's just overdue. And we're trying to keep relationships that are way, way overdue. Hera, hi Hera, I'm pregnant. Congratulations. Congratulations, I'm really happy for you. Can you do reading? How is it going the next 3 months? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So I'm seeing you being really supported by a team of people. So I don't know if you planned on having like a doctor that is gonna be here often, or that you're going to be in touch with often, but I'm seeing like teams of people being around you and helping you through the pregnancy and supporting you in that. Your angels are also telling me to use as much resources as you can, meaning that if you have people like naturopath around you, if you have nutritionists around you, if you have yeah, anyone that can help you um, spend a very good pregnancy, all the support that you can get to use it as much as possible, because we sometimes we do have a support system that exists and we just simply refuse to use it for some reason. So they are really encouraging it. They're also telling me something around the hydration. So I don't know if you feel dehydrated at the moment, but yeah, drink water. That sounds simple, but it's, yeah, there is really something about it. So yeah, get the right support around you, and congratulations again on this next stage of your journey. Tajinder, can I please have a reading for my health? Anything I need to focus on? Sure. Mm. Removing pollutants. So I don't know where you live, but they are showing me your lungs, and they are showing me that you've been absorbing toxins or pollutants. It can be in cleaning products, it can be mold, it can be just the car if you are living in a city like that is very polluted. Um, and so they are showing me lungs. So getting a different kind of air, getting a different kind of environment that is less polluted, using, if you're using anything to clean the house, using organic products, using as clean products as possible, because otherwise it's going to impact your lungs. What else? Of course, smokes, anything smoky. If you are smoking, if you have a partner who is smoking, if you have someone around you who is smoking, that is also impacting your lungs. So that's where they are asking to focus on, is removing the pollutants as much as possible, because it's hurting, and it's hurting without us knowing it, without us seeing it, because it's really hidden sometimes, and we don't realize how much it's impacting our body, and how much it becomes a burden on our excretory system. So as much as possible, remove pollutants. Hi, Hera. Can I receive some guidance on my soulmate? Sure. That's cute, because the angels of love are coming in directly. So I don't know if you called them in recently, but they are definitely behind you. And they are like showing me big flowers. They're really joyful. Hmm. Divya, it seems like you have a soulmate that is in your city. You have a soulmate that is not that far from you. What the angels are telling me in terms of block that needs to be healed is around the space that you have. So I don't know if you are living with a lot of people, um, but there is this energy of, I'm already busy with the people around me. I'm already my space is already taken, because I have many people around me that I need to take care of, that I need to be with. So it's kind of like keeping that person away a bit. But it seems like a man that lives in your city, and he's in a public job. Um, so somewhere where you can meet. It's not like he's not hidden at his place. It's somewhere you can meet. He could be working on a shop, or it could be working. Uh, I don't know, so somewhere public, somewhere where you can meet randomly. So that's what I'm seeing. You have many soulmates, but that's one that I'm seeing, that is remotely close to you. Here again, can you heal? Is there something need to heal? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Hira, my love, it's about, there is, if you want to work a bit on it, there is some healing to do around guilt and your expectations of yourself, and how you've put the bar so high that it's depriving you from just enjoying. So it's about reducing your, um, kind of reducing your expectation, but not in a bad way, in a way of stop beating yourself up, basically, like the guilt or the sensation that you need to be punished, which comes from guilt, from the emotion of guilt. um, that's still very present, and that's something your angels are already telling me you should start looking at, because it's keeping you from experiencing life fully. And like there is something, because okay, guilt is a big pattern that I have as well. And the way that I've been working on it for years, and now I can tell that I've been like really decluttering layers and layers of that wound, is that guilt is opposed to responsibility. So anytime that you are doing something and you feel like you're gonna be guilty for doing it, instead see how you can take full responsibility for it and see how the dynamic will change. Because if you say, okay, I definitely want to go out and I want to eat a cake, and I'm running out. I'm going to the bakery. I want to get a cake, but I feel so guilty that whilst I'm going to the bakery, I keep like thinking about how guilty I feel about getting the cake. And once you get the cake on the plate and you start eating it, it's not even with pleasure. It's with guilt. And the way that it acts on your body is that your body then enters in the process of, emotionally speaking and spiritually speaking, of, oh, I feel guilty, therefore I need to be punished. I need to be punished for what I've done, and what I've done is eating cake, and now I need to be punished for that cake. um, when you are aware of what the cake is doing to your body, instead of beating yourself up with all the guilt that you feel, there is this phase of, okay, I am responsible for what I'm doing right now. I know that I'm going to get a cake, and maybe I will only enjoy a bite or two instead of eating the whole thing, because I will act from a responsible place of knowing exactly what I'm doing. And choosing to do it or not is then in your full power, but you don't feel like you are um resisting something. You don't feel like you are in a need of keeping yourself from doing something anyway, or and you're not in a space of feeling like you need to punish yourself right after having done something. Hope it helps. Oh, thank you so much, Hera. That was so needed from you. You're welcome, beautiful. I am a little confused about the ancestral part, but also I struggle with knowing what exactly brings me joy. Any guidance, please, if there is time. So the ancestral part first. I can feel that your ancestral energies are extremely present at the moment, and you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about having to do healing around your ancestry and how you connect to your ancestor, and being able to talk to them and being able to explain to them that your gifts have nothing to do with bad ways of using spiritual gifts. They have things to do with how you want to help the world and how you want to help others. So that's what I'm still feeling. I'm still feeling that there is still a bit of healing to do around this, and a bit of connection to do with your ancestors. So basically, they are calling in to be connected to you and to be contacted by you so that they can have this discussion and this reconnection to you. So it's, yeah, reconnecting to your ancestry. And what exactly brings you joy? Okay, so I can't tell you what brings you joy. That's yours. That's in your heart. That's your joy. That's your principles, your values, your enjoyment. And I will never allow myself to project on you something that might make you joyful, but maybe it's not completely your heart's desires. So to understand what brings joy to you, it goes in different ways. That's like with on a from an inner child perspective, it's what did you used to do as a child that made you really joyful, and you stopped doing at some point for many reasons. It can be drawing, can be anything. Drawing was one of mine. I kind of stopped drawing. I loved it when I was a child, and I stopped doing it. Um, Now I'm getting back to it, but yeah, I could have been better if I kept going, but I did not. So I need to learn again how to draw, and I need to do that when I want to have fun with it, and it's something that needs to be prioritized because inner child needs to be prioritized. Um, you like if you didn't have anything to do when you wake up in the morning, what would you do? And that will give you an idea of what brings joy. In the idea of you're not burned out, you're not exhausted, you have space, time, and you are in a good shape and you have lots of energy, what would you be doing? That's what brings you joy. What like the reason why you cannot know that you struggle to know is because it's been dismissed when you were younger. It's because when you were a child, you had people telling you off when you were doing something that brought you joy. You were doing something and they were like, "No, that sucks," or you had a failure, you made a mistake. Let's say someone, for example, experienced, and that's the power of beliefs, right? And that's the power of working on these kind of issues in a session, because we can definitely work on those memories and remove them and retrieve that power and retrieve that joy. But let's say, for example, you used to love sports and then you went to high school and you had something that brought up shame, like someone made fun of you, you felt humiliated or bullied, and you never wanted to go back to doing sports again, even though you really used to love it. So that's where the trauma comes into place and blocks the abundance of doing what brings you joy. It can also be that you've been denied, or it's been denied, or it's been dismissed. It can be that your family system wanted you to do something and you did it because you wanted to make them happy. So you prioritize others' happiness rather than your own. You don't listen to your needs first, you listen to other people's needs first. And that can like take you away from your joy. So that's a practice. It's a practice of when I have inner child client, um, or clients for inner child healings who struggle to even connect to their inner child, who found them stupid or silly, or I should not even get in touch with a child. Why would I do that? They suck. When they are in that space, that's where we recreate some small acts of joy. And you can make a list. You can just make a list of small things that make you happy. It can be waking up in the morning and enjoying a walk in the sun. It can be drinking a huge glass of water with cucumber. It can be eating some fruit. It can like what what are the simple things that make you happy, and how can you implement more of them during the day? But like I usually give my clients loads of homework, loads of journaling around reconnecting first what make them happy, and it goes with thinking of, okay, what am I actually enjoying, um, what do I like to do, and once the trust is completely reconnected, because it's also come from distrust, it comes from self-abandonment, it comes from having someone disturbing you, and having someone telling you that your passion was not worth it. So once this is healed, that's where we get more in touch with automating the joy process. But yeah, it takes healing. Okay, Sarah. If there is time for an extra question, yes. Can I have a scan on my third eye and solar plexus? Mediumship is definitely something I will work on. Most of the information I receive is during sleep. That's one way. I think for you, Sarah, it's also because that's the moment where you are less on guard. So what I see is that you're someone who is extremely grounded. You're someone who is quite down to earth, and for you, mediumship and psychic communication may come slower because you're still very attuned to your logical brain, and you still haven't disconnected from that, because once you get reconnected to your intuition, the messages that you get won't make necessarily sense at first. At some point they probably will. At first, no. And the logical mind is like, yeah, but there is probably a reason. There should be a reason. Why would I do that without a reason? So that's where you need to reframe it, and be fine with being more attuned um, with that part of you. But let me scan the third eye and solar plexus. Mm. There is a veil in front of the third eye, so I'm just gonna ask for the angel to remove the veil so that you can start to see. And for your solar plexus, my love, this is resentment. You have resentment towards someone. And I understand that it's hard for you to reach that part of you that resent somebody else, but there is anger, there is resentment. So that's where you need to express it, and you need to let it out, because otherwise it's just gonna stay and stick within. Alexia, can I have a reading for my health? Sure. Hmm. It's quite interesting, because what I'm seeing is mostly emotional and spiritual, and it's all about the energy of the sacral. It's all about dancing, it's all about femininity, it's about the color orange. I'm seeing everything at once, and it's about reconnecting to dancing, reconnecting to your body embodiment, and just getting into that flow, getting into that kundalini energy, this vibe um, of just feeling connecting to yourself and connecting to the energy itself. So that's you might be experiencing boredom at the moment, maybe, and that's why they are showing me that. But more than a full health um, reading and scan, they are showing me that it's like a priority in your energy. The reconnection to, that's quite a theme for today, but reconnection to joy and reconnection to your creative self and your this kind of energy. So, when will I start a family and marriage occur for me? Thank you. Okay, so with time in reading, it's timeline move. Timelines move. So whatever I'm saying right now, if tomorrow you are doing a healing session on it, if you are working on it, if you are lifting some beliefs, this will readjust. So I can have a look, but it's definitely something that can move depending on working on your blocks or not. If you are putting the effort to remove the blocks, if you are dedicating time and energy to healing a specific wound, then it can definitely fast track the time. So also sometimes meeting that person is a divine timing, and in that case we can't do much about it. But let me see. I'm seeing you meeting someone in 2 years. So I know it might sound long, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm seeing 2 years, my love. 2 years to meet a new person into your life, and then it will belong to your relationship first before I can give more info. It's a bit too far in time. Marcela, Hera, my nephew Gerardo is turning 23 today. Any message for him? Blessings. Sure, let me see. There is lots of pride, like lots of support from the guides. What I'm getting is that they're encouraging him to go around and discover. I don't know if he drives a motorcycle, but I'm seeing a motorcycle, so it can be directly related to that. It can be just about freedom and and going around and discovering the surroundings. But that's the encouragement. It's the go and enjoy life. Go and enjoy the outside. Okay. Ula. Ayesha, perfect. Thanks for that. The ancestral element makes a lot more sense. I feel scared about connecting to, so a session is definitely needed for me. Thank you for the suggestion about Joy. Definitely going to implement them. Yeah, definitely go for it. And yeah, like if you feel scared going there by yourself, it's completely legit. Just get someone to help you. There are places we cannot go places by ourselves. Sometimes we need someone to hold the space, and we need someone to be there for us and to be able to hold us if there is anything that comes up that is a bit too hard. It's completely fine. You mentioned blocks. Do I have any that I need to remove to be with my life partner, and how do I remove them? Okay, let me see. So I'm getting that it's about going outside. I'm getting that you are maybe experiencing a hermit energy, hermit archetype, that you are staying home, that you are staying in the same space, same area. So it's like if you want to take small actions, it's about going out, going forward, going back to events, going back to to classes eventually, going back to places where you enjoy the activity that you are doing, because um, you can meet someone through dating apps, you can meet someone through friends, but you can also meet someone just through meeting other people. There are so many ways to meet someone, and they are not going to knock at your door. So I'm getting just going out. Let me know if it resonates, because sometimes it can be something else, but that's basically it. So the block with that would be um, I'm guessing bitterness. I'm getting bitterness, the sensation that you shouldn't be doing anything, like it should come naturally from God, it should come naturally from the divine, it should come naturally from life, because you've been hurt, because you've experienced betrayal, because you've experienced, like, at some point, a disconnection with your self-esteem and your right to be loved and your right to deserve love and your right to call in for that. And there is a, like, the dynamic of going out and going out in the process of, today I'm going to make a change, in the energy of, today I'm going to meet new people, today I'm going to show the best of me, and today I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing. And don't go outside with the, I want to meet my divine life partner right away when I'm outside, but just the, okay, today I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to connect to people. If you still are afraid of connecting to people and getting in touch with them, in that case, that's another story, and that might be like a session might be required, because you can have, I don't know your history, so you might have social anxiety, or you might have might have had bad experience, and you um, don't want to go out and meet new people. Love. Hi, Hera. Just to let you know, I choose the Hungarian role, not the London one. Okay, love. I hope that it's gonna go well for you, and I wish you the best in this new position. Then, are you gonna be in Budapest, or where is it gonna be? Lorena. Hello, Hera. Can I have a reading about my career? Is there any changes soon? What would be the right step to take, or what do I need to shift? Thank you. Sure. Let me see. Wow. I'm actually seeing you with building a company, and it will be quite a thriving one. Like, are you doing career coaching? Are you doing coaching already? Is that something you plan on doing? I'm seeing you coaching people about like things connected to business. I don't know in which industry you are working, but there is consulting, definitely. There is teaching something to people, seeing you eventually doing conferences or workshops or master classes, but things where people can hear you speak. There is something about your voice. There is something about sharing your knowledge. Might be a podcast as well. But I'm seeing you like having this kind of side activity. If it's not a full one, but that's what I'm seeing. Um, Let me know if that's accurate. But I see that you've been working for different companies in the past, and that might be already like a step towards offering your services to companies. But there is something in the business realm. Debrecen, okay. Nice. Um, may I ask about my ex? Is he trying to get in contact with me? Any insights or advice from my guides about him? Let me see. Hmm. Seems that you are still connected. I'm still sensing that there is a connection. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not getting a big yes about that person. Yeah, so I don't know how you are positioning yourself towards them. Um, I don't know what is your vision towards him, or if there are still things that are hanging, but it seems like there are things that need to get done, things that need to be expressed, and it doesn't mean that you need to get in touch with him. It means that there are, like, that's definitely a dialogue that you can do from within. It's definitely a dialogue that you can do from from a healing perspective in a meditative state by talking to their higher selves and having this conversation between higher selves, um, because there are still things that have been left unspoken, and that's where the energy lingers. But it's not necessarily that he's not necessarily your big partner or the person that you want to spend your life with, but it's more like there is something from the past that keeps coming back and keeps coming back. um, so yeah, but that's, yeah, definitely, if he's not trying to get in contact with me, with you, with me, with you on but through direct messages or phone or something, he is energetically, that's for sure. All right, so I covered all the questions. I hope you guys are well, and I hope it's been helpful. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm looking forward to talk to you next time. Um, oh, Lorena, that sounds so cool. I'm currently working in a private company, but I would love to get into healing and coaching, but somehow can't seem to start. It's just a step, Lorena. I'm just getting that it's a step. It's the step of faith. It's a step of stepping into your purpose. That's your choice. That's sometimes we have fear. Really, we just have fears blocking us. For you, I just feel like it's the little kick that is pushing you to the, okay, I'm gonna get into it. And it you don't, like, the thing is, you don't have to do a whole makeover of your life right now. You don't have to you don't have to stop everything that you are doing to start something else. You can already start creating an Instagram, creating a TikTok, creating something where you can start sharing your knowledge. You can already start like taking trainings that speak to you, that are like really speaking to your values, so you can have more skills to present to people. You get yourself certified. um, you get yourself like in, I don't know, in counseling or something that really suits you, and you can start talking to people. You can start sharing things. You don't have to wait and stop everything that you are doing. It's not like one thing to another. It's the ongoing of things. And I'm seeing that, like, in the business realm, you would definitely have a thriving company. So spot on. I feel he's not for me for sure. Thank you. If you know, you know. Thanks. Thank you, Hera. Yes, I'm going to start my own business. Whoop whoop. Thank you for the insight and sharing your gifts. Blessings. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you so much. You're very inspiring. Thank you so much, Lorena. You got this. I trust you. All right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go. I will talk to you next time. I will be abroad, so I'm really exciting. Really excited. And to travel again. And yeah, I will open new sessions soon. So if you feel called to have a session with me, if you want to remove some of those blocks, please go ahead. and we can definitely work together. That would be a pleasure to have you. And we are here if you need us, and we talk to you next time. Bye.